Hey everyone, it's Robin the Delta Crafter, and I'm so glad that you've joined me for another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my go-to printable resources for crafting. Some of these resources you may have heard of, some of them you may have not. Some of them are free for you to download. Some of them come with a small fee to be able to access them. Either way, all of these resources are wonderful to have on hand all the time and put them in an easy to reach place for when you're crafting. I have a desk organizer on my craft workspace that I'm able to keep all of my resources where they are right at my arm's reach. Having them close at hand makes it easier for me to use them, and it makes my crafting that much more enjoyable. They are definitely workhorses in my creative process for creating my projects, and I'm going to share all of them with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first resource that I'm going to share with you is one that I've actually created. This resource is called the Color Combos Ink Blending Recipes by the Season. And what I've done in here is I have different color combinations that you can use depending on the season of the year. So this is available in my Etsy shop. It does come with a small fee. Included with that fee is a private video that walks through this resource, as well as goes through some ink blending combos in that video as well. You can only access that video once you've purchased this resource, and again, it's available on my Etsy shop. I'll be sure to link this resource as well as all the resources I'm sharing with you today in the description box below. But what I love about this is it just makes it foolproof. I've gone through and come up with some color combinations using distress inks. But if you have whatever inks you have that are comparable to the colors that I use, you can certainly use those. But it takes the guesswork out of what might pair well together. It takes all of that guesswork out of the mixture for you. So this is my first resource that I'm sharing with you, my ink blending recipes by the Seasons. The next resource that I'm going to share with you is also a resource that I created. This one is available on my website, thedeltacrafter.com, and this one is available for free, and it's my card planner. So I've developed a card planner because what I found was when I get new supplies from the different craft suppliers, stores, and that are available to us, I kind of come up with a bunch of ideas, like my creative juices start to flow. And I needed somewhere to kind of jot down some ideas of what those ideas down. So I created this card planner, and it comes with 2 spaces on each printable where you can kind of sketch out what you want to do and then kind of write down the supplies that you're thinking you want to use to create this card. And then you can also give your card a title or a type of card. So if it's a birthday card, if it's a specific card, a card that goes with a specific product or release, you can use this sheet however you want to. It comes in both the portrait and the landscape orientation, and you can see here that I use this resource a lot when I'm planning my cards, and I'm trying to when I've got some new supplies that have come in, some new products and things that I've purchased, and just, you know, no matter what time of the year it is, no matter what type of card I'm making, simple or elaborate, I love using this planner to help me create my card. So again, this is the card planner from the Delta Crafter. This resource can be found on my website for free through September 1st, 2024, and then it can be found in my Etsy shop. So if you've been around here for a while, if you've been joining me on my videos, you know that ink blending is my jam. So I love any type of resource that will give me some ideas of some colors that will go together. And that's exactly what this is. This is the ink combos guide that was put together by Joy and Kristina Werner. So Got Joy Creations and Kristina Werner put this together in 2021. So this particular combo is all holiday colors. And what they did was they kind of created a card and came up with the colors that were present in the card and gave you the suggestions of inks from various different companies. So there's about 8 different companies that are represented here. And they gave you all the inks from those companies that you could do with, you could create this color scheme with. So I thought that was a great idea. And of course, I went ahead and ran straight to the website and printed this off. So this is available on both Got Joy Creations and Kristina Werner's website. I'm going to link them again in the description box below. But this, they go from, these are all, again, holiday colors. So there's, you know, kind of wintry scene to bright and fun and jovial to a little bit more masculine. Like they run through quite a few color combinations and to give you various different aesthetics for the holiday season. So this is definitely one that I run to. And don't just think that these colors can be only used for the holiday season. I use this year round. So this helps me easily and quickly come up with some color combinations, and it takes some of that guesswork and some of that brain energy out of having to choose. They were done for me. So again, this is the Ink Combos Guide from Got Joy Creations and Kristina Werner. So here's a super helpful resource that comes from the queen of card making, Jennifer McGuire. This is her ink swatch book resource that she has that's available for free on her website. These are, you print them off in one sheet. You can customize them so you can put all the names of the inks and what type of ink they are on them. She has them already pre-made for several different ink companies. But you know, or you can again go in and edit them and make them be whatever you need them to be at that particular time. That she has a blank one on there that I particularly like because I usually buy my inks at different times, so I don't necessarily need the whole sheet that has aged mahogany on it. I might need aged mahogany and speckled egg, and then I might need peeled paint and mermaid lagoon all at one time. So the blank page allows me to go in and create the cards that I need at that particular time. I do have a stamp that I have dedicated to be my stamp that I stamp my new inks in. So all of my inks are stamped with the same stamp, and that kind of helps with consistency and making sure that I'm seeing the colors similarly. I do like this stamp in particular. This is an old stamp, guys. Very, very, very old stamp. So I won't be able to link it for you. But what you want to do is make sure you have a stamp that has a lot of solid space on it, solid surface space, so that you can get a lot of the ink on your card. So I have my Distress inks swatched out. I have my Distress Oxide inks, as well as my Hero Arts inks, Pink's Fresh Studio, and some Stampin' Up inks as well. So this is a great resource. I can pull the cards and kind of see where I want to go, or what if they're going to give me the aesthetic that I'm looking for when I'm making a card. And then I can go and pull those inks and then start making my card, because you don't want a color that's so, kind of bright and cheery when you're trying to go with something a little bit more moody and cozy kind of like. So having this ink swatch book helps me quite a bit. I have these ink swatches in a coin protector, which is what Jennifer McGuire suggested. These are coin pockets that are easily found on Amazon. I'll be sure to link those in the comments below as well, because the pack that I got, I think, has 20 coin protector sheets in it. So there's plenty in that pack to swatch out all your inks. And this is something that you can do, You put on a Nancy Myers movie and just stamp away and get all your, get yourself kind of organized and together in your inks. So again, this is an ink swatch book from Jennifer McGuire. So this is a binder that I have a lot of my stencils and some of my resources in. And there are two things that I keep on the back and the front of the binder because I want those really, really easily accessible because I use them all the time. And the one that's on the back of my binder is my color wheel from CZ Designs. Again, this is a free printable from Kathy Zielski that gives you a beautiful color wheel. And what I like most about this color wheel is that it gives you shades within each of the quadrants of the color wheel. So you can see, like if you want to use a pale yellow with maybe a brighter green, like you can get a better idea of it, of what that's going to look like, if rather than if it was just a green, solid green here and a solid darker green here and a solid blue. Like I love the fact that this one has the different shades of the colors throughout the wheel. So she posted this a couple years ago and I printed it off, and it has become really, really handy for me when I'm trying to visualize. Not only do I want to see what complementary colors or a triad of colors, so the blue, the red, and the yellow would be a triad of colors. I can see within that range of blue and within that range of yellow, like what my options are, and I can visually kind of prepare my get my mindset on where I want to go with these colors. So this color wheel is definitely one I recommend that you go and grab. So Kristina Werner, it says here, copyright 2020. Kristina Werner put out some printables that have measurements for different sizes of cards. All listed, the measurements are all listed right here on the side. So if you look at the pale pink for an A7 card, which is a 5x7 card, the pale pink gives you automatically the size, which is 5x7. And then within 1/4 inch increments, she goes down the scale on the sizes and the measurements for how to create that next level or that next panel inside, and all the way to the smallest, which is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. And she does that for both the A7 card, the A2 card, as well as slimline. She also even goes into where you want to score your paper at if you want to make a foldable card, if you want to make it a portrait or landscape card. This resource, guys, is very, very helpful when you want to do a little something different with your card, or you want to make a lot of layers. It'll give you the measurements already done for you, so you don't have to do the math of what size you need to cut each layer for. These 3 pages are really good resources to have at the ready when your creative juices are flowing and you kind of want to make an unusual shape card like a slimline, or even if you're making a typical A2 card but you want to provide a lot of depth and dimension by adding layers, all the math is done for you. So again, I will link these resources below because this is a good one, another one I recommend you grabbing. So I'm a newbie to Copic coloring, and I found myself, I moved from the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers to Copics, and I found that I needed a resource to kind of help me all at once see what colors I have, because I don't have my Copic markers kind of necessarily organized all that great. I'm working on that, but even if I did, I'd like to have some quick all-in-one resource that I could go to, that I could see all the colors that I currently have and then where I need to fill in my collection. And Sandy Alnook came to the rescue. Now, this is a printable that has a fee attached to it, but it is a great resource, guys. You can, like I said, visually see where your colors, the markers that you have, where they land in the spectrum, as well as you can also see if you're coloring in something. Say you want a lighter tan with a darker brown to accent, like you can see here without going in and actually having to color them, where you might pull from the markers that you have. So this is a great resource. It also comes with, this is all the colors, but it also comes with a second sheet that has like the black and grays on it. So that's a whole separate sheet. But I absolutely love this resource and plan on adding to my collection very soon. So here's a bonus resource for you. This one is from Spellbinders. This resource tells you kind of the sandwich combination that you need to make if you have the universal plate system from Spellbinders. You guys, if you don't have the universal plate system, please, I implore you, run and get it. I'll link it below in the description box as well, because this universal plate system makes it so easy to get great impressions and die cuts from your dies and your embossing folders. And one of the ways that they make that super easy is by this compatibility guide. So they've gone through, Spellbinders has gone through various different products that are on the market. Some of them are offered from Spellbinders, some of them are not. But they've gone through and figured out what the sandwich should be to get the best impression using this universal plate system. So they've gone, of course, with Spellbinders, both their 2D and 3D embossing folders. They provide FSJ, Sizzix, Tim Holtz, Stampin' Up, Creative Expressions. I mean, lots and lots of combinations here. And then they tell you if it says for Spellbinders 3D embossing folders, you need to use combination number 2. And then combination number 2, you come down here, find that, and it tells you exactly how you need to layer it up. So this is a great resource to have to tell you how to get the most out of your products and get the best impressions out there. By the way, here's that the hex chart I was telling you about for the Copic grays. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be helpful. Again, I'm going to list and link all of these resources in the description box below for you so that you can find them and easily access them, because you know, having resources on hand that help you make crafting easier and more enjoyable are great. You can never go wrong with them. So if you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving this video a thumbs up, and thank you for joining me today. As always, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Delta Crafter, as well as on my website, thedeltacrafter.com. Until next time, everyone, enjoy!